All right, Shalom Yashala. Call Halayim Watapar Raf Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. I'd like to give honors and salutations to you, hopeful elect out there, you believers, coming back to the obedience in all truth and sincerity and the faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, believing, hoping to be delivered from the coming perils. Shalom. This is a quick video I'm putting together just in the spirit. Came across a video that I'm sure brothers have seen. This video here, the plan of the enemy, which I'm going to play a portion of this. And basically going into this second lockdown because, right now you got this call for a second lockdown, right? The title of this article, which is from ABC7, it came out a few days ago, July 25th, 2020. It says, shut it down now. U.S. health experts call for second coronavirus shutdown. More than 150 doctors endorsed an open letter to lawmakers urging them to hit the restart button because you know what you got going on Esau's media, because we know that the devil, the devil that the Bible speaks of is the so-called white man whose biblical name is Esau. He controls the media. He controls the narrative. And within his narrative, he is pushing that the COVID-19 cases are off the hinges pretty much. Like they too damn high. Like, the way they putting it out there is like the coronavirus itself is only really popping off in the United States. Like, I think they said it's over 4 million cases, over I don't even know the deaths, but I know it ain't that much compared to the amount of cases, which we know that the numbers are inflated anyway. But and I keep saying to myself, with Esau saying that these numbers are so high, what's gonna be the solution? What is he gonna do? To be the solution, because we know that he does problem, reaction, solution. So he created the problem, got the reaction of the people, and it's a lot of people that agree with going into another lockdown. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they with that, because ultimately a lot of people trust in oppression. They trust in Esau. You Israelites, you trust in oppression. A lot of people want things to go back to normal, and they think that if we can just get rid of this coronavirus by masking up and sheltering in place, then we can go back to normal. We can go back to sports. We can go back to the movie theater. We can go back to, concerts, entertainment. But, the people are being led to a slaughter. And I think I'm going to read this instead of playing this little video clip, because I don't think that's going to go into what I wanted to go into. So it says, shut it down now and start over is the message from health experts across country as COVID-19 cases surge in more than 40 states. The CDC says the U.S. could see 175,000 confirmed coronavirus-related deaths by August 15. Like, what did Esau just be pulling shit out the hat? Like, how can you estimate these amount of deaths? And then he say they confirmed, like he already done seen the bodies and it's already confirmed that it's gonna happen. Like, where you get that from? The U.S. could see 175,000 confirmed coronavirus-related deaths by August 15. More than 150 doctors endorsed an open letter to lawmakers urging them to hit the restart button. And this is how retarded and backwards this place is, because here it is, America is already, the U.S. is already a breeding place for death, man. I think the number one leading cause of death in this country is cardiovascular related. I think it's heart disease, man. You know what I'm saying? Last time I checked, which was probably about 10 years ago, America was number 2 in the world for obesity, man. There was number 2 leading the world in obesity, which contributes to heart disease, clogged arteries. This place is full of abominable foods, fake foods, GMOs. People are lazy as hell, entitled as hell, full of smokers, drugs. And I'm saying all this to say you got all these things around us. It's death all around us, man. Like the scriptures say, we in the valley of the shadow of death, man. It's death everywhere. But now, and I'm saying this to get people to think, if you not a believer, or if you just stumbled across this video, you think they really care about preventing death, man. Look at all the abortions that go on in this country, all the abortion clinics. Look at all the homelessness and poverty here, man. You think they really care about your life, man? You think Black Lives Matter? You think any life matter here, man? All right, it says more than 150 doctors endorsed an open letter to lawmakers urging them to hit the restart button. The letter, published on the U.S. Public Interest Research Group's website and penned by its public health campaigns director, Matthew Wellington, blames the push to reopening the economy on the country's worsening health crisis and calls for non-essential businesses to close. And when you look around you don't see no damn pandemic, man. You don't see it, man. You don't see it. But guess what? When you turn on Fox 5 News and ABC News and all these other media platforms, you see a pandemic. But when you go out here in your everyday life, man, you don't see no pandemic. You just see fucking idiots. So this guy here, Dr. Travis Porco, says, I believe everybody that signed that, endorses that, and sees this crisis for what it is, a crisis. Yeah, right. That's not gotten any better. It's only gotten worse. Doctors urge shutdowns as COVID-19. Let's play this video.
We're going through a really tough time right now all around the world. And COVID-19 is still impacting so many people. If you survived it, then you're the heroes we need. The plasma that's in your blood can literally save lives. But we have to act fast. So please donate. And COVID-19...
A COVID...
life. Now, let's work together to take down COVID-19. To donate plasma, go to thefightisinuS.org.
And don't donate your plasma, man. Don't listen to this nigga.
This morning, new images from inside a COVID ICU in the Rio Grande Valley as the situation in Texas turns desperate. This hospital on the verge of making decisions based on patients' chances of survival.
And we don't have the resources to be helping them.
With deaths and hospitalizations rising in many states across the country, 150 doctors signed this public letter telling America's decision makers that the U.S. needs to shut down again amid the surge. Dr. Anne Ramoyne signed that letter.
That we all opened up too soon. We underestimated the virus. We underestimated spread. We really are on track to lose many, many more American lives.
Despite the surge in cases, the CDC laying out its new guidelines for schools nationwide, making a push to get kids back into the classroom. This just a week after President Trump criticized the original guidelines as too tough and expensive. The CDC recommending schools keep kids in pods, use social distancing, and recommends students and staff wear face coverings. Parents facing a tough decision.
I don't feel comfortable with my kids going to school as of yet because this virus is still not over yet.
I believe they need to be in school. More one-on-one, more interaction with the other kids.
But some school districts like Houston pushing back the start of the school year. The state of Texas, one of the hardest hit states, seeing more than 8,000 daily cases. The Austin Convention Center turned into a field hospital. For Alfonso Rodriguez, COVID has cost him his parents and brother, losing them within days.
And we were sitting there and they told me that our mom had passed away while we were doing arrangements for my brother.
Cases also soaring in Florida, a record number of hospitalizations with cases of the virus over 400,000. In Lake Worth, Anadelia Diaz lost her 29-year-old daughter, a healthcare worker, to COVID. She leaves behind 3 young children.
And all they doing is playing your emotions, man. This is all just a play on your emotions. All right, and women gonna eat that shit up, man. You know, they the main supporters of all this bullshit. But come on, man. You gotta see through the bullshit. I don't even want to play no more, honestly. Yeah, so we get it. We get it. We get it. I'm sure you brothers get it. You know, I think we've already failed in comparison to many countries. He said we've seen many countries act swiftly and efficiently to crush the pandemic. They're reopening and they're doing that fine. We didn't. We couldn't do that. Health experts also feel inconsistent messaging, unenforced policies, and pushback over mask wearing can be devastating. Understanding a second shutdown would be devastating for me. And I'm just kind of like reading, I ain't reading word for word everything. Hold on, let me read from the top. It says the letter includes a list of recommendations for what's needed to reopen American cities once it's safe, calling for enhanced testing capabilities, more contact tracers, and more personal protective equipment. Understanding a second shutdown would be devastating for many. Hell yeah. You saw what the first one did. Over what, 50, 60 million Babylonians is on unemployment assistance. I think a lot of people would love to comply with the orders, but they need to put food on the table. And like I said in 2 Esdras the 15th chapter, that people are gonna be going in your house for the lack of bread. They're gonna spoil your goods for the lack of bread in great tribulation. A lot of small businesses need help. A lot of small businesses is hurting. They about to be out of here. Shit, possibly myself included. So I think as long as we support people that we're asking sacrifices of, people will understand. So yeah, let's check this video out. Listen to this one.
So much I want to tell you on this, and I don't know if I can right now, but I will try. What I want to tell you is that I talked personally. Now traveling, I called up the person and I asked that person, please talk to me again and again and tell me slowly again and again all of the details. And I can't put my sources out because I have to protect my sources. I asked the person for any way that could be done, that this information can be given to you from the person's mouth directly, and the person said no. So now I have to do it. Steve been trying to do it, but I want to tell you that it's number 7 source now. 7th person that is in the know directly from
7 represents completion.
From government. So what I want to say is that second lockdown will be permanent. There will be no coming out of it. That's what the person said. This is how FEMA is trained now. They know that there will be no coming out. And they're making everything happen now, and they're making their people, they're preparing them and training them very heavily. So first lockdown and this whole corona hoax was a live exercise because government was measuring how much does it take to lock every city down, how people react, what the resistance would look like, how much they can buy their hoaxes, and how the fear-based mind control works, and how they can fool everyone to pull their agenda because they are done with United States. It's over. Friends, it's over. There is no more United States. We are living our very last days here.
Hey, and that's what, the prophets through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua have been telling you people, that we, this place is done. We're in the last days of the last days. Okay, let's get that in 1 Peter. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer, because hey, this is the time right now to be getting right with the Lord, man. Okay, we're gonna need some serious intervention, divine intervention, and some serious protection. We're gonna need that protective hedge around us. Okay, because our enemies have a diabolical plan, and they're acting on it. This is the book of Psalms, the 64th chapter, verse 1. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. And in the NIV right there, it says, hide me from the conspiracy of the wicked, from the plots of evildoers, man, because there is a conspiracy. You know, they like to throw that word conspiracy theorist around there, but there actually is a conspiracy, and that conspiracy, it includes wiping away a large portion of humanity, man. You look up the Georgia Guidestones, the first commandment is maintain humanity to 500 million. Okay, these elites, these Edomites, they want to do away with a large portion of the people, and the main people they have their eyes set on are you Israelites, because as is written in the book of Genesis, the 27th chapter, verse 41. You had Esau who said, the days of mourning my father is at hand. Afterwards will I slay my brother Jacob. Okay, and this has been in the heart, or the mind, as you would say, of Esau for the longest, man, slaying his brother Jacob. Okay, so, this is a conspiracy fact. Microchipping, vaccinations, and, draconian measures are coming down the pipeline, man. And this thing is going to get more and more serious and more severe. We're entering the time of Jacob's trouble, which I did want to get that real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. That day represents that time, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, the time of Jacob's trouble. And the he that's going to be saved out of it is the elect, that remnant that's been predestined to receive salvation from the coming of the Lord. Okay, and then back at Psalm 64, in verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Okay, and then Esau's legislation, his laws, this is what that's going into. This is how he sharpened his tongues by way of his laws, man. You look up all these different legislations that he got in the books, the King Alfred Plan, Rex 84, all these different things has just been sitting there waiting for the perfect time to be enacted. All right, and he's shooting bows at the perfect, and it's about to go into that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, which are who? The Israelites. And particularly the elect, those who are the Israel of the Most High. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately, and they say, who shall see them? Okay, they encourage each other, man. They say, hey, Evelyn, that's a nice plan. They say, yeah, David, yeah, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna cut the lights off, and we're gonna do this. Yeah, that's great, man. That'll work. That's good. They encouraging themselves, and Esau is known for his pride. He's blinded. He's completely drowned in his pride. So of course you can see these Edomites sitting at the table, talking like this and speaking like this, man. Verse 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Okay, so you look at these Edomites, man, these wicked elites, they have nothing but time, money, resources. So, their thoughts, man, that are deep, man. And people, this is why people don't believe that, you have these diabolical people running things and they have these type of plans, because it sounds like, man, come on, man, ain't nobody thinking like that. But they don't realize, man, these people were created to be the wicked. Okay, Proverbs 16:4 tells you that the Most High created all things for himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. All right, so you have these Edomites who have all this time and money and resources, and that power. They can act on these wicked imaginations that they have. Okay, verse 7, but God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Because even in that video, she goes into saying that she doesn't believe they're going to get away with it. She basically says she believes Jesus, which we know is Yahushua, is going to end up intervening and turning things around on them, which is true. Okay, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to eventually step in and put a stop to the madness. I'm going to jump down to verse 10, or I can go ahead and finish reading. Verse 7, but God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Verse 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's what's happening. Esau's own tongue, his own people, his own, like the lady just mentioned. She was mentioning sources from within, I think she said FEMA and whatever organizations, they spilling the beans, man. They letting the cat out the bag. His tongue is falling upon himself. Verse 9, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for they shall wisely consider of his doing, and the righteous shall be glad in the Lord, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. Okay, so this is where our trust is going to dwell in. Is going to reside in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Our hope is that we're found worthy to escape the coming evils. So, I want to go ahead and end there, man. I think this was long enough, Lord willing. This was edifying. I give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.